Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So I wanted to bring up, do an update on what is happening in Ukraine and with Taiwan right now. The first thing, I'm going to start with Ukraine. First thing is, a lot of Americans, Westerners, think, they support Zelensky and they talk about democracy. I've brought up in the past how, Zelensky seized all of the media in the country and outlawed a total of 15 political parties, opposition parties. 15 parties have been outlawed. And I have brought up the fact that Zelensky is literally a fascist. As of this time, people that I know of Zelensky has a blacklist. This isn't just a blacklist like you're not allowed on media in the country or something. No, this is an actual hit list. There is a price on these people's heads. So one of them is Jackson Hinkle, the YouTuber, who, by the way, has also been demonetized. Patrick Lancaster, who is reporting from the ground in Ukraine, in Donbass, and has been for 8 years. He's married to a woman that is from Donetsk. Let's see, Scott Ritter. Yes. Former Marine commander and UN inspector Scott Ritter has a price on his head. Now, you consider that there are a lot of Ukrainian agents and nationalists that have gone to other countries. This puts a price on their head. They are in danger. The one I'd be least worried about is Scott Ritter. I'd love to see somebody try to take him down. I don't think it would go well for them. Vanessa Beasley, who is a freaking badass reporter that is, again, reporting from Donbass. And anybody that tells the truth is going to be on this blacklist. I don't remember his name, but there is a Ukrainian journalist that has been placed on this blacklist because he has just criticized Zelensky. And now, if you have not read this report from Amnesty International, it criticizes Ukraine and states how Ukraine has been placing military equipment in schools, daycares, hospitals, etc. And now the Amnesty International people that reported on this are now on this blacklist and afraid for their lives. Even though they're no longer in Ukraine, they are afraid for their lives. This is the democracy in Ukraine that the United States and, brainwashed Americans are supporting. All right, so let's get to the idea, the propaganda that Russia is losing to Ukraine. I'm going to bring this up right here. And there it is. Okay, I've shown you this map before. And if you see a difference in it, well, that's because there is a difference because this area over here, remember before the fight was for Lysychansk, and this was a big cutout over here. Well, Russia has advanced and taken all this territory. There's also been the propaganda that the people of Donbass for the last 8 years have been aggressive toward Ukraine. I have pointed out that Ukraine has been invading and taking over more and more of the region of Donbass over the last 8 years. And Scott Ritter has pointed out that as they have been taking over this area, they've been building up these fortifications, trenches. I mean, massive trenches that Russia has had to overcome to get where they are. Well, they're moving a lot faster now because they've gotten past most of those. The next major battle is going to be for Kramatorsk, right here. Now, to claim that the Donbass fighters have been taking over part of Ukraine over the last 8 years, or invading Ukraine, look at this map and, okay, let me show you something right here. Kramatorsk, Ukraine, and it is in the northern portion of the Donetsk Oblast. An oblast, by correlation, would be like a U.S. state. It's a state. All right, so this is part of the Donetsk, the Donbass region. And Donbass is made up of Donetsk and Luhansk. We'll go back to that map. See, Luhansk is right here. All right, so another city. All right, where the heck is it? Okay, Dobropilia. All right, so this is part of the Donetsk Oblast. Donetsk. In other words, part of Donbass. So over the last 8 years, the Ukrainians have been taking over more and more of the Donbass region, and this is what you got now. So now Russia and the Donbass fighters are fighting to retake the area that has been invaded by Ukraine, killing people along the way. Up until between 2014 and February of this year, over 14,000 Donbass people, civilians, were killed. Remember, Donbass did not have a formal military in 2014, and yet they were attacked, they were invaded by Ukraine. Now, if you were really in favor of democracy, well, the Donbass regions, Donetsk and Luhansk, they want to secede. They want autonomy. They want independence from, Ukraine. And so now several regions, which includes regions other than the Donbass region, they are planning on holding a referendum to secede from Ukraine. This is not a decision that was made by Russia, but they will protect the right of these people to do so. So the West is not going to protect that. They're going to talk about, sovereignty, national sovereignty, even while the United States is trying to split Taiwan off from China, which is violating sovereignty. If you're in favor of democracy, then you're in favor of these people having their own right to choose what they want to do with their own life. Their own right to self-determination. That would be democracy. All right, Taiwan. Taiwan is continuing with their military drills off of, China is continuing the military drills off of Taiwan. Now Taiwan is going to start holding drills. I really don't think that this is going to play out the way that Westerners or the minority separatists in Taiwan think it's going to play out. Those Taiwanese soldiers are fine going out there and conducting drills and, firing at targets or, empty ocean or what have you. But if you start talking about actually fighting against Chinese soldiers, I think a lot of the Taiwanese soldiers are just going to turn around and say, nope, not doing it. And they will desert, they will mutiny, they will turn on their own commanders for this. China stopped sending, I've talked about this before, they stopped sending natural sand to Taiwan, which shuts down the microchip industry. Even between that and the military drills, stopping shipping from reaching or leaving Taiwan, the microchips are just not going to go anywhere. I expect what's going to happen is that China is going to tell Taiwan, okay, you can keep making chips, but every one of your chips that you manufacture is going to have to go to the mainland before it goes anywhere else. And we get to decide who gets them. China has cut off all diplomatic relations on major areas, including, maritime security and, drug enforcement. This isn't looking good. If you're worried about the fentanyl epidemic going on here, and so much of it comes from organized crime in China. Well, if China's not enforcing it on their side, then that leaves it all up to American customs enforcers to find all of it, and they've got tens of thousands of cargo containers to inspect, and only a few inspectors to be doing this. So yeah, you can expect that the fentanyl epidemic here is going to get a lot worse. They don't have to fire a shot. They'll let America destroy itself from the inside out. This is a time for diplomacy. More and more people in the West, in all countries, are suffering now. Europe is in a financial crisis. The people are fearful that they may not be able to heat their homes this winter. Meanwhile, without microchips, a lot of American industry, including the weapons industry, the military contractors, are going to shut down. How's this playing out? Is this working for you? Oh, we're number one. Wait, what are we doing? We're not doing anything positive. We're not doing anything rational. They're taking money away from social support programs and pumping it into weapons. More bombs, more bullets, more bodies, more blood. Is this what you want? It's not what I want. So, share this video. Talk about these subjects. if you can, please donate whatever you can to help expand this channel and my presidential campaign. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.